Welcome everybody, it's Eric Rohr and it's time for the Assisting Hands Richmond Friday finish. So glad to have you all. I'm going to share my screen here in just a second once I get everything set up. Bear with me. Really excited about this week's Friday finish and just want to welcome everybody back from Thanksgiving. We didn't have Friday finish last week. So anyway, again, welcome. I'm Eric Rohr. I'm the owner of Assisting Hands Richmond, where our goal is to help you remain happy and at home. We provide home care services wherever you may call home, be it a traditional home, an assisted living community, independent living community, skilled nursing, apartments, condos, wherever you call home, we'll come and help support you in home. We support people of all ages. We've had clients as young as 4 years old, and we have a current client that's celebrated their 100th birthday just a couple months ago. And our primary focus is on the activities of daily living, bathing, grooming, toileting, transferring. We help prepare meals, help do light housekeeping and the like. And then we really focus on dementia care. We have a certified dementia coach that sets up the plan of care as well as trains all of our caregivers. So again, Assisting Hands Richmond, our goal is to help you remain happy and at home. So let's get into this week. It's kind of a weird week coming off the holiday, but still had a lot of stuff going on. First thing is Dispatch Health, the great folks who come to your home for urgent care to help you avoid emergency room visits, just celebrated their 3rd anniversary in the Richmond market. They're a great company, they do great things, and they're really creative. They had little gift bags and they handed it out, and you can see I have the contents of the gift bag up there on the screen, where they have the Tres Leches cake, the 3 Birds hard seltzer, and the 3 Musketeers. And so they're playing on that theme of 3. So really kind of a neat thing. The only complaint I have is I wanted 3 of everything. So that would have been the home run for me. But anyway, very appreciative. So the other thing I did, you can see I'm wearing my festive holiday llama suit. I was working with the Chesterfield Council on Aging and Disability through the Chesterfield Council on Aging Committee holiday outreach. And so I had 2 stockings that I went around and filled up, and then I handed it out to some seniors in Chesterfield County. And it just really reminded me kind of the reason for the season. They were so appreciative, such a cute couple. They got a kick out of my suit, and it just really helped me kick off the whole holiday season. The other thing I kind of don't talk about a lot is our association with Help Alert. Help Alert is basically a fall detection advice, very similar to kind of the Life Call, which is the I've fallen and I can't get up product, but this is so much better. You can personalize it with 5 separate phone numbers of your choice, so it calls to family, friends, neighbors, people that can be much more responsive and much more familiar with your needs. So I probably have a shout out about that. I'll have the people from Help Alert on and we talk about that in the future. But anybody interested in that, contact me. I can help set it up and make it really easy for you or a family member to use. So we're next week, we're less than a week away from our next dementia workshop, which is understanding and responding to dementia-related behaviors. It's actually one of my favorite dementia workshops we do because it gives some really practical advice on how to handle some of the more difficult behaviors that people living with dementia kind of exhibit. And it's like wandering and repetitiveness, etc. So it's really good practical advice. You have to register to attend. So reach out to me if you need the registration link, and I'll be happy to set it up for you. But you can find me on LinkedIn and also Facebook, where these events are posted. And these are led by Kathy Hamlin, my executive administrator, who is a certified TIPA Snow dementia coach. She's wonderful. It's awesome. Please join us. All right. The last thing I want to go over before we get to our shout out guest is our new star caregivers. We had 6 caregivers join us in the last week or so. We're really excited. Our star program is setting targets, achieving results. And so these 6 individuals have all gone through orientation. I think most of them may be already on cases, but they're off to a great start. They're earning points towards their first cash incentive. And we're really excited to have them all come on board. So welcome to all the new star caregivers. All right, that brings us to our shout out of the week. And I'm really excited for this week's guest, Lisa Mottesheard. And so go ahead, Lisa, and take yourself off mute. Say hi to everybody so they can see you.
Hello, everyone. Happy Friday.
Yes, well, great. And Lisa, so she is now a unique in all my guests since I've been doing this. She actually wears 2 hats. And so she's incredible. She's with, first of all, she's with the Virginia area CaptionCall. She's the Virginia area CaptionCall manager. In addition to that, she is associated with the Hearing Loss Association of America. She's the Greater Richmond Outreach Chair. So she's great. I met her first through some networking events, was very much impressed with her energy and passion for what she does. She came and visited us in our office here, and I learned a whole lot about CaptionCall, which we'll talk about, etc. But Lisa, welcome. Glad you're here. And if anybody's noticed, she inspired me to figure out how to put closed captioning on this Friday finish. We're going to add it to all of our dementia workshops, because we need to make sure people that have some challenges with hearing can follow along all this great content. So anyway, thank you, Lisa, for inspiring me. She didn't say anything to me. Just the fact that I was going to talk to her inspired me to do that. So anyway. All right, Lisa, let's go ahead and kind of get started. Let you do most of the talking now. Talk to me how you became an advocate for hearing loss.
Well, my son, who is getting ready to turn 21, actually has a mild hearing loss. So it's something that I've been accustomed to having to deal with for, as long as I've had my son. And about going on 2 decades ago, I got into the senior mobility, senior aging in place, senior care industry, selling products and services that helped seniors specifically age in place. Just like what you do, you help them stay safe and comfortable in their home, wherever they call home. That's kind of what I started with almost 20 years ago. And then fortunately, about 4 years ago, CaptionCall came across a search online for me. And as I read more, and the fact that they had advocated for people with hearing loss to be able to receive amplified captioning phones at no cost, that really intrigued me. And so I reached out, and through that initial, email that I sent in, I now represent the better part of Virginia, going out and just raising awareness about this wonderful program so few people know about, and in turn also sharing the support information and resources that the Hearing Loss Association of America provides as well for veterans. We have veterans chapters, and we have just regular chapters, channels through CaptionCall and HLAA as well.
Yeah, that's great. I love hearing people's personal stories, especially the Friday finish. I talk to everybody like, why do you do what you do? And what I love is when people have personal connections, which lead to personal passions, which always make them more effective at what they do. So thank you for sharing your story. Before we talk a little bit more about CaptionCall, talk about HLAA and your role and kind of your mission with that organization.
Well, I got involved with the local chapter because of CaptionCall, and it was a smaller chapter that meets once a month. And pre-COVID, we met on the south side of Richmond at a wonderful little church in the south side. just to, have speakers to share information, to provide support with others that either have a family member with hearing loss or are going through the struggles of hearing loss as well. And through that, it's just become a family. And, our goal, even through COVID, is just to reach out, plant seeds, let people know that there are options outside of, traditional thoughts of, oh, I have to go get my hearing tested, or, my grandfather, can't afford hearing aids. We're here to give them any type of information or resources that we can to hopefully improve someone's life, and help them to be able to hear and continue to communicate more effectively.
Yeah, great. One of the things, and I know you and I have connected on this, and we've actually talked about it, is, and I got a couple of them here, is I found these clear masks online. And, I realized real quickly with our dementia training that the, more traditional masks can be a little bit scary and create confusion for people if, you cover and they can't see your mouth. And so I wasn't even thinking about people that had hearing impairment. I was just thinking about dementia. And then you had kind of contacted me, or we talked about it, how these are really necessary for people that read lips or partially read lips or whatever. But I was surprised when I wear it or have someone else wear it, is I really read lips. I don't think as, well as the people with hearing loss, but I do rely on seeing people's mouths and how they enunciate to really get the communication. So I'll put this one on. Yeah, so this is one we have, and I think you've used one similar to this. And I think
that's one of my preferred, because it does have the anti-fog quality.
Yeah. And then this one, we've kind of joked about this one. This one, provides a little bit more coverage, but it does have a little creepy kind of vibe to it, but it still can be useful for communicating with people and protecting them from COVID. So. And that one does fog up. It did fog up a little bit when I was talking. So I actually would recommend this one, which is nice because it's more cost effective than the other one. And anybody who wants to get in contact with me about that and getting one, I can help you find them, get them one, or I can even provide them to you if that's a necessary thing. So anyway, thanks for, you've given me some feedback on that as well.
And I highly recommend anyone that is in the service industry that works with potential patients or residents or members or that might have hearing loss, definitely reach out to Eric to find out his sources on those masks, because it does make a huge difference. And with the pandemic, so many people are realizing or did not realize they had some degree of hearing loss. And because of those masks, covering up the mouth and muffling their words, clear masks can just be life-changing for some people, even if you need to give it to your doctor to wear or something like that. So yeah, there you go. Great. I'm very glad that you do that, Eric.
Yeah. So let's talk about CaptionCall. So this was, Lisa came to our office and demonstrated this, and I was blown away that it was even available. And how effective and just the technology. So let's talk a little about CaptionCall, and then tell me when you want me to change the slide to show the actual unit. So,
well, you can change the slide now, because as cute as I am, the phone is what we're here to talk about.
Yeah.
Basically, CaptionCall is a telephone service that lets you talk on the phone while reading captions of what the other person is saying. So one of the things I've learned over the many years working with people with hearing loss is they say, I can hear, I just can't understand. So our wonderful phone, and the picture there is actually of our most updated, newest model that we're starting to roll out, which have some newer and greater improved features for various people. But there's a great amplification. We actually have a boost setting on there that allows people that have severe or profound hearing loss to potentially hear a phone call for the first time since their hearing loss has gotten so bad. But also incorporated in that is the captioning, and that's what makes the world of difference. They're able to read what the person is saying to them and better understand those words that they might be hearing but not comprehending. And one of my favorite features, and one of the most talked about features from users, is the save call feature. So even after you hang up, if the save call is activated, then you can go back and reread what a person has said. And that can be critical, especially if there's hearing loss incorporated with some cognitive issues. Sometimes, medications can make us a little groggy and out of it. And we might be talking to a doctor or having an important call. And just because we're feeling off that day and writing scattered notes, we may go back to try and remember or explain to a caregiver or a family member what was said and be clueless. So that's another great feature. But CaptionCall is designed to help anyone that struggles hearing and understanding on the phone and requires the use of captions to be able to communicate effectively. And it is a federally funded program or taxpayer funded program that is provided at no cost. So this is not anything that you have to have a special insurance, rider, or you have to have an age requirement or income requirement to be able to receive it no cost. If you have hearing loss and you need captions to be able to communicate effectively, then through that provision of the Americans with Disabilities Act, this phone and service is provided to you at no cost. The great thing is we have wonderful software and IT departments that create air technology. So we are able to help people that do not have landlines, most people that have cell phones only, no internet. Internet was a requirement for many years. So we've got a lot of great options that can better serve more people now than we have been able to in the past, which I'm very excited about. And we have mobile applications for the cell phones as well. So for business or on the go, you're covered if you ever need that captioning feature to be able to help you communicate.
That's incredible. That's the thing that just blew me away when you met and you demonstrated this technology and product to me, that it's no cost, it's part of the ADA. You guys are regulated by the FCC. This isn't some kind of scammy type of thing. This is the government, and you and I've had conversations about, you guys have very specific regulations you have to follow and do, and I love it. And frankly, as a taxpayer, this is what I want my tax dollars going to help support. And
I love that you said that. Yes, I love.
Yeah, I mean, this is the type of stuff, and the phone and communication has become so vital to people's participation in our society. And so I think that's why it's important that we do make these type of, enhancements available. And the technology is available. Why not make it available to individuals? So well done. Congratulations to CaptionCall. Love it. Kudos, all those things. So
well, and the cool part is this works in addition to what they already have. So it's just like if we went to the store and picked up another phone from the Best Buy or the Walmart and went and put it in the house, or paired it with their cell phone. So it's not anything that's going to replace or take away, or they're going to have to struggle to figure out how to start over or learn. The purpose behind this can be for a short-term need or a long-term need. It can be for just one or two certain people that you talk to that you've had difficulty in the past understanding. So it's that in addition to piece of equipment that you can have in your house, kind of like crutches in the closet or a lemon zester in the drawer. We don't need it all the time, but we're glad we have it when we do. So, and with our captioning service, we have 11 captioning centers across the country, and we use captioning agents. There's voice recognition software that transcribes what, it converts what's being said into words onto the phone, but that live agent is there to help ensure the accuracy. If anybody's used like Siri or talk to text or seeing captioning on a television, sometimes you're like, that makes no sense. But the way that we do provide air captioning service is to ensure the highest level of accuracy as well. So we're there to help when it's needed on those calls that a person may struggle with.
Yep. So two things I want to make sure we get is there's a picture of a cell phone up here. So I'm assuming there's some kind of app you can download. So it can be on your cell phone. So you take this technology with you on the go as well as at home, which is the unit we see there. And then is that like an iPad or what's the upper right-hand corner?
It is an iPad. And I'm glad you pointed that out. I know a lot of senior communities now have grandpads and iPads to help keep their residents better connected. We do have a mobile app currently right now just for the iPad that actually converts that iPad into a working phone. So they can make and receive calls through their iPad, have the captioning on the screen as well, and they can save calls and they can, it has a built-in answering machine feature with it as well. So there's multiple ways that we can help best suit each individual person and ensure that they can stay connected and stave off loneliness and isolation. I'm not sure if we talked about the news report that came out a week or so ago about seniors, especially in communities, were passing away at a faster rate, and isolation, loneliness, depression was a contributing factor. And a lot of it was because they could not communicate in person or on the phone with people in their friends and family circle. So
yeah,
it's good that
great.
we can work with them at whatever level of technology comfort that they're at.
Yeah, I love it. And the last thing, I just want to make sure we underscore this. It's no cost for the setup, the hardware, or no cost ongoing for the service, correct?
There's never any cost. It doesn't affect if you have a phone bill. It's not going to change your phone bill. It's not going to change your internet service. It is truly a no cost. And when we have upgrades of technology, that's all provided at no cost. If there is some type of natural disaster and a flood comes through your home, we replace and your equipment at no cost. And we provide complimentary delivery and setup. With COVID, we are deemed essential workers because the ability for someone to hear is essential and communicate is essential, but we offer a self-install process so we can work with a caregiver, a family member, or the user themselves on setting up the phone. And we just, we provide that assistance remotely, but we also have, I have 3 wonderful trainers in Virginia that can come to the home and deliver the phone and give them instructions right there in the home as well. And that's provided at no cost as well.
That's awesome. Yeah, and certainly if, any of my clients, we're going to be definitely much more kind of aware if our clients need this service and then help them get in contact with you or the right people. And we'll, certainly make sure our caregivers could help support this in the home as well. So this is wonderful. I love it. Yep. All right. So let me put it up on the screen. So you need to be able to get a hold of Lisa. Here's her contact information, phone number, email right there. You can find her on Facebook. You can find her on LinkedIn, and or call me and I'll put you in contact with her. She's super responsive and super easy to get a hold of. So here it is. And Lisa, anything else you want to say before we end the shout out period?
I just want to say thank you so much for having me and, just being such a beautiful person. Obviously, we have a heart for others, and that's why we do what we do. But if there is anybody out there that sees this, if you know anyone anywhere in the country, it's a federally funded program for CaptionCall. The HLAA is a national organization. I may just be with a local chapter, but I will help facilitate any connecting you with anyone anywhere in the country to be able to get more resources, information, or to be able to set up CaptionCall for those in need.
Great. Well, thanks, Lisa, and have a great weekend. All right. Let me finish up.
As well.
This is good. All right, great. Thanks. All right. So last thing real quick, everybody, I'm encouraging everybody to go out and find us on YouTube. You need to go to YouTube and search for Assisting Hands Richmond. The Richmond part is really key, or you'll end up with Assisting Hands Corporate, and their YouTube channel is not as good as mine. So and what it'll do is give you access to our dementia workshops, these Friday finishes, in case you want to go back and watch any of these things, or binge watch my Friday finishes one Friday night, I don't know. But anyway, go subscribe and hit the bell notification so you're notified when I upload anything else. And that's it for the Friday finish. Again, thank you for everybody. Have a great weekend and hope you can remain happy and at home. Thanks. Talk to you all next Friday.